Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. In today's video I have this Rosalind stamping gel here. Here's how the box looks. It includes 12 pieces and I'm going to go ahead and actually be using these to do some nail art instead of actually doing any stamping, just because I don't have any stamping plates. I have a stamper, but I don't have any stamping plates that I own at the moment. So they're 5 milliliters each. At the bottom it does indicate the number, and this is how it looks. So to go ahead and open this up, I usually go ahead and let them sit there for a while before actually opening them up. I'm going to be using some curved cuticle scissors here. I actually don't really use these are just not it, you know, they're not as thin to be used as cuticle scissors, so I really don't care about these. But I'm going to go ahead and actually just be doing a little tiny hole, just because I don't want to open the entire bottle just yet. I feel like that makes actually a big mess, so I'm only gonna go ahead and be cutting the middle just like so. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and be testing the consistency, and it's actually very great. I think it actually is gonna work perfectly for drawing some nail art. This brush, you guys can see one of the little hairs is basically frayed out. So here I have just a paper here. I'm gonna go ahead and test the pigmentation, and it's actually extremely pigmented. I think these are just gonna work super great. They're very pigmented, and I didn't add a lot onto my brush. Just look at how pigmented these are. So here are the 12 colors. I just want to say these colors are super saturated, very pigmented, and the consistency is extremely great for nail art. I absolutely loved working with these, and these are so far my favorite things that I will be using for nail art. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I place my swatch sticks to indicate the number on the little pod there. So here I have these little sticker tabs. These are from Shein or from AliExpress. You can find these anywhere. And I go ahead and just first measure out where I want my dotting swatch to be. I want it there, so then I just go ahead and grab the sticker, place it there, press it down for at least 10 seconds for it to stick very well. Then I go ahead and just remove that and place a little swatch on there. Once I place the swatch, I do go ahead and again press and hold down for 10 seconds for it to stick very well. That's basically how I get my swatches onto my pots. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that to each and every single one of them. So here's how all the colors look once I went ahead and applied the little swatch on top. They look super neat. I like organizing them this way, and I think it just makes it more accessible to see the color on top. Now let's go ahead and go into the set that we'll be going ahead and making today. So for today's video, I'm going to go ahead and be using these full coverage short almond nail tips. These are from Shein, so we'll be sure to leave a link down below. So for my base color, I'm going to go in with this Born Pretty BPSP01 color. It's a really pretty translucent pink color. And I'm just going to go ahead and place one thin layer onto each nail, then cure for 30 seconds. I do want to let you guys know that Rosalind just recently launched a new program called Rosalind Product Expertise Officers. And so basically this program allows you to go ahead and test out their products for free or before the launch and all that, you know. So if you guys want the opportunity to go ahead and do that, make sure you go ahead and check the link down below. Especially if you guys love Rosalind or if you've never tried their products, I highly recommend you guys go ahead and apply. 20 participants will be selected on the 25th and they will be announced on the 27th, so make sure you guys go ahead and apply ASAP. So here's how they all look once I went ahead and applied my 3 layers. Now I'm going to go in with my 𝚤𝚚𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚏, the matte top coat, and apply this to the middle finger and to the ring finger. Doing this helps kind of do my nail art more freely, you know, it just gives me more control over my brush. For the next nails, I'm going to go in with my 𝚤𝚚𝚎𝚗𝚏, the no wipe top coat. I'm just going to go ahead and apply top coat to each nail, then cure for 60 seconds. This is how the nails look once they've been cured. They look super pretty. I just love that color. Here I'm going to go in with this Rosalind stamping gel and this 𝚤𝚚𝚎𝚗𝚍 liner brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip my liner brush into the pot just like so, then remove the excess on the side. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and start on my nail art. I'm not really going to do a voiceover explaining my nail art process because I honestly don't really have a way to explain how I do it. I just go with the flow. I do want to give you guys a few tips on working with these. When you finish doing your nail arts, I recommend you guys go ahead and let them set to the side for it to level out. Otherwise, if you just go ahead and finish your nail arts and do a cure, then it's going to have little streaks here and there. So I do recommend you guys go ahead and just wait before curing for it to level out and just, you know, basically make the gel paint smooth. And once you're done with that, then you're basically ready to go ahead and proceed to the next line art you want to do and all that sort of jazz. But I do recommend these so much. These are a must-have. Just look at how pigmented these are. A little goes a long way, so I just highly recommend these, especially if you enter nail art. These are just a must-have, and I just can't express how great these work. These are like my favorite. I'm definitely gonna go and purchase more of these because these were just super great. They also do include the primary colors, which makes it super easy to go ahead and create any color that is not included in the kit. Another thing great about these stamping gels is that they have no inhibition layer, which means they have no sticky layer. So yeah, that's basically it. They're super great and I highly recommend them. So I often get asked how I clean my brushes and all that sort of stuff. So this is the way I clean them and I store my brushes away. I'm using a top coat. Any top coat should work fine. Just make sure it is not a hybrid gel. And I'm going to go ahead and just first remove the color that I used previously by placing it in my little napkin and folding that away. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove as much color as I can. Once I'm done with that, this is how my brush looks. As you can see, I still have some on there. So next, I'm going to go ahead and just grab my little plate here and basically wiggle the brushes in between that top coat just like so. It immediately pulls the color right off. I continue doing that for a while or so until I'm able to see that there's no gel residue onto my brush there. So once I removed as much excess as possible, I go ahead and place it in this napkin, fold it, and I basically just remove that top coat. And that basically cleans my brush. Now I'm ready to go on to my next color, or I can also just choose to store it away like this. So once I'm done with my nail art, this is how the nails look. They look super pretty, super cute. I loved these stamping gels. They just made my process so much easier. I didn't have to do a second layer. I did do a second layer, but that was only because I wanted to give it the strawberries more of a realism look. Now here onto the index finger, I'm going to go ahead and be using the white. And I'm just going to go ahead and just be doing a little drip effect here and there using this liner brush and a dotting tool. This looks super pretty, just look how pigmented that white is. Here I'm using my dotting tool, drawing some dots. Once I've applied my little dots, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my liner brush and just draw some lines connecting to the previous white line that I made. And just round out the ends to go ahead and create that drip design. Once I'm done with that, I went ahead and then cured. So onto the little pinky, I did go ahead and do that little drip design as well, and this is how they look. Now next, I'm going to go in and apply some sprinkles. I honestly wasn't sure if the sprinkles would go with it, but I gave, people like a little questionnaire here and there. I told my mom, do you think it looks good with or without? She said it looks good with the sprinkles. My sister said it looked good with the sprinkles as well, so I was like, okay, then I'll just keep the sprinkles on because I didn't really know if this would go with it. But anywho, I'm just drawing the little sprinkles here and there. Then I went ahead and cured, and this is how they look. I apologize for my camera blurring out. I don't know why I just wouldn't focus on the little sprinkles. And here's how the nails look once I went ahead and did little sprinkles on each nail. Super pretty, super cute, and I just love the design so much, especially the strawberries. They just look super cute. Now let's go ahead and apply some top coat and see how these look. I'm going to go in with my Born Pretty Super Top Coat, apply one thin layer to each nail, then cure for 60 seconds. So once I've cured the top coat, this is how the nails look. As you guys can see, the top coat just definitely brought the strawberries to life. It just gives it much more of a prettier look. I just love how these look. They look super pretty. And now I'm going to go ahead and just apply this onto my nail for some pictures and videos. And I'm applying some cuticle oil, and that's basically it for today's video. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today and watching me create this beautiful set. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, if you guys want to have an opportunity to go ahead and test out Rosalind's products for free, don't forget to check out the details down below in the link in the description. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.